And then lastly is physical touch. Pretty self-explanatory. It's the intimacy, it's the hugging, it's the kissing, it's the holding of the hands,
rubbing the head,
rubbing the back, and
butt massages,
other things too.
A few butt massages here and there.
My feet,
right.
All the things. So those are the 5 love languages.
Welcome back to another episode of the Big Dog Talk Podcast. It's me, the one and only Big Charles in the building, baby.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Big Shay, and I'm back in the building with this one.
What's the attitude for already?
Child.
What's the attitude for?
Let me just tell y'all this right now before we get into anything.
Wait.
Before
why are you talking to them?
Into anything podcasty, I got to keep it real with y'all. This has been the most rocky start to a work day I think we've had in a very long time. I'm not going to say ever because we've had some rocky ones, but that we've had in a very long time.
It's raining outside.
Rain don't have nothing to do with nothing execution-wise.
Well, last year you guys used to talk about whatever season it is in the air, the signs, and so maybe it's one of those signs that you usually talk about.
We're not about to talk about Mercury retrograde, no full moon, no none of that. You're not about to find an excuse as to why you fumbled the ball.
It's the Mercury.
You fumbled the ball multiple times this morning.
It's the Mercury.
And I'm expecting you to recover.
It's the Mercury.
Left the work keys to the studio, not once.
It's the Mercury.
But twice, since he don't want to say it. Don't have on his wedding ring.
It's the Mercury.
Decided to take a long-ass business call in the middle of recording time.
Yeah.
We ain't supposed to start this work day
an hour
and a half ago.
Yeah, that is true. That is very true.
You want to blame it on the rain and the No, we're not doing that today. Not doing that.
It's the second week in a row I think you showed up with an attitude.
I don't have attitude.
Oh, just making
My
sure.
attitude is clear.
Oh,
I've dealt with this very well this morning. Very well.
Hey, so the second time when I forgot my keys, and I was like, damn it, I gotta turn around. I looked at you, I looked at you and you just was like focusing on the road. I know you was talking bad about me in your mind, but it's all good.
Yeah, I was looking out the window.
It's the Mercury.
Whatever. Happy Black History Month.
Happy Black History Month.
I absolutely love February. I love Black History Month. I do.
I got a perspective on that, though.
All right.
So,
I'm just saying, it is what it is, so I like to acknowledge it, but go ahead and get into it.
So why would you do that before I acknowledge it, though?
Because that's what I feel like doing to you today.
I don't even want to talk about it no more.
Give your perspective. I love to hear it.
So, Black History Month for me, I represent it every single day. That's what I do. I do my best to acknowledge it and be the example that I'm grateful for history.
Absolutely.
Before me, and past, the present, and the future.
Absolutely.
Sometimes I get in my emotions a little bit because we only celebrate it in February.
Right.
But yeah, I do my best to be the example
of Black excellence.
Every single day and not just a month.
I mean, making a choice to celebrate it only in February is a choice that one could make.
Right.
Right. We don't make that choice. You know what I'm saying? But like the memes say, I'm Black every day, but I'm blackity black when it comes to February. So happy Black History Month.
That's like one of the most ignorant memes.
Whatever. Let me tell you something. Recover.
Anyway, what we talking about? What we discussing?
Recover. And also, happy almost Valentine's Day to my annoying love. Today and every day for the rest of my life.
Keep talking like that. I'm going to take my surprise back.
What?
Hey. Keep talking like that.
I said the love of my life now and
Keep talking like
forevermore.
that.
And I sang it too. I got a surprise.
Keep showing off. Keep showing out to the people,
Ain't
man.
nobody showing out to the people. So it's funny though, because talking about Valentine's Day, that used to be the day that I got to shower you, with my love and show you how much I love and value and appreciate you. Gifts, acts of service, quality time, all the things.
It took me some time getting used to that.
Yeah, it took, well, yeah. I feel like this is finally you're used to it. But
Yeah.
I'd say this is only like second or third.
Where I took
year.
over.
Yeah, so that's what I'm getting to. I'm getting to the fact that this last year, but this year, we're gonna talk about this year in particular. It was like a race to see, who gonna show out the hardest, and you absolutely beat me this year.
Yeah.
As it relates to what the plans are for Valentine's Day. And on the mic, let's just say, y'all, I don't even know what the plans are for Valentine's Day. I have absolutely no idea. All I know is that we're going somewhere and she needs to get super cute.
Right.
And super fly, but I don't know where we're going, but I've been told that I might find out tonight so that I can make sure that my outfit is absolutely at its flyest and appropriateness for the evening.
Well, I'm never dropped the ball yet.
No, you've never dropped.
I don't drop the ball. I do
no.
fly stuff.
No, absolutely.
I do fly stuff. So I you know how that go.
Absolutely. And let's just say that like you are definitely like in the spirit of always like surprising me. I love surprises.
Right.
So you surprised me for my birthday, this past birthday in November, with the family coming to DC. Like you always have like something up your sleeve.
Yeah, I don't drop the ball.
So I'm super excited for that. I'm super excited that we've planned our anniversary trip this year.
Right.
I'm just feeling super excited. Like I'm feeling good today.
Well, back on the Valentine though. Back on the Valentine. For some time though, it took me a while because you usually would shower me down for Valentine's Day.
Absolutely.
And in the beginning, when you started that, I felt like I was being emasculated.
Really?
Really. We never discussed this before.
Oh wow! Please, let's get into that. We've never talked about.
We never talked about it.
Raw and uncut today. I didn't expect this.
Hell, I wasn't expecting it. I'm just now that we're talking about it. When we first, you taking care of me on Valentine's Day, you taking me out, you paying for everything, you setting up the date, you getting me gifts on Valentine's Day, and you done that for years. But when we first started, I was a little thrown off by that, and I felt emasculated. I had to get used to it.
Mm-hmm.
But as time went on, it was also showing me that men deserve to be treated a certain kind of way as well.
Okay, great.
Like that, it's not just about the woman.
Okay.
It's not just about the woman feelings. My feelings matter as well.
Yes.
Yes.
So I absolutely love that for you. I love this revelation on the mic. And, I've said, I don't know if I've said this too, but like every single day, you've said this before, but anyway, every single day, like you really have a huge focus on me.
Right.
You know what I mean? And making sure that I'm good. I have what I need. I'm feeling okay. Like just really, taking really good care of me. And so in my mind, I had separated that day from doing what's normally done, where most of the focus is on the woman because I get the focus, thankfully, and I'm blessed to get the
365
focus every single day, in our relationship, in our marriage. So that was something that I wanted to do differently in our marriage, which was like show up and show out for you on Valentine's Day and really just make it all about you.
Right.
But you took it back.
Yeah, I took it back.
You took it back. This is your second year taking it back.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to feel or act. Being honestly, I really don't know how to feel or act because it was something that I looked forward to and something that I planned. So like, I don't really know how to act now.
Well, here's the thing though. I don't like getting comfortable being comfortable. I don't like that. Mm-hmm. I was getting comfortable.
So you basically shaking up the room.
I'm shaking up the room. Mm-hmm. Shaking up the room. Mm-hmm. And plus it's a look at you.
I'm feeling real lovey-dovey right now.
Right. But yeah. Okay. You're gonna get fly. I got a date plan. I got a full day plan for us.
Oh, I love full days, y'all.
And you get to dress real fly. I get to hold your hand. I get to look you in your eyes, and we get to be with each other.
Okay, so in the spirit of love and Valentine's Day, let's get into love languages
Right.
and understanding, your partner. And so, like, you planned this date for me and us. And so, I'm going to go ahead and say that I feel like you probably tapped into one of the five love languages because I feel like you know me pretty well. So, you know the things that I like. But before we get into that, for the listeners and the viewers that may not be familiar with the five love languages, the first one, I don't think it's in any particular order either. It's just five love languages. So the first one is words of affirmation. So what does that mean? Words of affirmation.
I'm pouring into your soul positivity, telling you how beautiful you are, how strong you are.
Yes.
You know, how intelligent you are, how sexy you are. You know, how beautiful that smile is.
That's words of affirmation. Check. The second one is acts of service. I'll say that's like me bringing you your plate. Absolutely
Right.
love doing that. You filling up my gas tank,
Right.
weekly so that I don't have to do those things. You bring in my laundry basket upstairs because you don't want me carrying anything too heavy that might make my hands sweaty.
You preparing my lunch for the week.
Yes, absolutely preparing your lunch for the week and planning around that. So that's acts of service. Gifts, pretty straightforward.
Right.
That's pretty straightforward. Giving gifts. And then quality time. That's our
Right.
emphasis on date nights and
Right.
celebrating anniversaries and birthdays or like intimacy or just like yesterday, playing a game of Scrabble together.
Right.
To build that connectivity and that togetherness in the moment. And then lastly is physical touch. Pretty self-explanatory. It's the intimacy, it's the hugging, it's the kissing, it's the holding of the hands,
Rubbing the head,
rubbing the head, rubbing
rub
the
the
back, and
butt
other
massages,
other things too.
a few butt massages here and there.
My feet,
Right.
all the things. So those are the five love languages. And the funny thing is that I was thinking about this, as I was like thinking about the topic. I feel like depending on where you are in your relationship, or maybe not even your relationship, but depending on where you are, like as an individual, I feel like the five love languages can also change.
Correct.
And so I think that like I came up with that like thought as I was, thinking through like five love languages. Like you may not have the same love language the whole time you're in a relationship, or just as an individual, what you feel like you need from someone that you're in relationship with.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. See, the thing is, different seasons require different things.
There you go.
You may be in the season of, let's just say, I don't want to start off negative, but so you're depressed, and you just need acts of love. So, hey, I got you. I'm bringing you this today.
Yep.
I got you this today.
Yep.
It just depends on what season you're in. So, hey.
Yep.
I agree with
Right.
it.
You might be focusing on something individual. You just like, babe, you know what? You're doing a good job. I'm proud of you. You're doing it. I know it's hard, but you're doing it. Like, keep going. Yep. I knew you could do it. So you might be in a season where you need words of affirmation, But I really think that if people focused more on like identifying their partner's love language in whatever season that they're in, I think it will really bring about like good sustainability and like just feeling good in your relationship with your significant other.
But the only way that you can really pay attention to what season your partner is in, you have to really sit your ass down and be still and pay attention. Like less talking and more listening. Observing your partner. Like you got to get out of the phase of selfishness and get into the highest form is selflessness. The only way that I can know intentionally what phase my partner is in, I have to take time to observe and study and pay attention. And that requires me closing my mouth, less talking, more listening, more observing, and sitting in that still place. And when you sit in that still place, that's when that non-conceptual intelligence is activated. And that God energy will let you know exactly what your partner needs in that given time.
That's absolutely like what you just said. Brilliant and spot on, because while you were saying that, I was thinking through just different phases of life and just different phases that we've gone through together in our marriage, and how each one of us um, picked a love language out of the five to show up for each other. You know what I mean? So, let's just say, like the loss of my grandmother a few
Mhm.
years ago. I was in a heavy grieving, period, and really not in a space to really make a whole lot of decisions, as it relates to what I needed or what I needed from you. Like,
Right.
it was just, there was no mental capacity to be like, this is what I need right now. If you ask me what do you need, I don't even know what I need. And so in that moment, I just remember, you really tapping into a lot of words of affirmation, a lot of support, a lot of, I'm your support system. Let's talk about it. But also like that quality time, like getting me out the house, taking me to do things that that I like to do, just in a way to create positive energy and a way to do things that that I enjoy, to change my mind, my feelings, my thought processes for that moment.
And to help you get through just
The moment.
the day by day.
Yes.
So that's it. See everything that you just explained is a demonstration of what we call in ancient teachings is agape love. Agape love is, you said earlier that you didn't even know what you needed.
I didn't know. I couldn't have a capacity.
So that's the thing about agape love. That's the phase of love that's after maturity. Meaning, what I mean by that is, Big Shay, agape love is where I love you and give you what you need, even though you don't know you need it.
Mm-hmm.
I give you a certain kind of love, even though at this moment, how you're loving me it's not equal or equivalent to what I'm giving out to you.
Right.
I'm giving you what you don't really, as in the physical life, what you don't deserve right now.
Mm-hmm.
As far as, am I making sense on my sounding?
Keep going.
When you're in agape love, you give in an essence of pure selflessness.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I say it's nothing about me. It was nothing in that phase of life. It was nothing about me. I wasn't making it about me. It was all about you, showing up for you, loving you exactly how you needed to be loved, to be that support to help you get out of what you needed to get out of.
Right.
So you didn't have the capacity to be there for me how I needed you to be there for me. You didn't have that.
No, I didn't.
So, but if I was stuck there in that selfishness, if I wasn't able to go higher and get into selflessness and not selfishness,
you going. Mm-hmm.
I got out of that ego, that phase of love, and I went to agape love. Agape love, I'm just going to show up regardless of what you do for me and what you don't do for me.
See, this is why I absolutely got it. I got it. I hope y'all got it too, because that was really loaded. This is what I love about tying in freaking self-development and self-awareness, because if in a relationship, if each party is not focused on themselves and self-developing, self-awareness, becoming the best version of themselves, in those moments where one could be going through grief, one could be going through depression, you won't have the tools or the awareness to be able to even tap in at that level. And instead of showing up for your partner in a way that's beneficial to push them through what they're going through, it could absolutely, on the flip side, cause separation, tension, and conflict in the relationship. Because in hindsight, I had nothing to give you.
Right.
Absolutely nothing to give you. Nothing. There was none of them. No, not one of those five love languages that I have to give you. I was only focused on just the basic needs, like making sure you ate. You know what I mean? You have food. Are you hungry? Okay, that's about as far as I can go. The basic level of needs on the hierarchy. On the hierarchy pyramid. And so that could have very well caused a lot of frustration, and it may have, but you handled it, in a way where you're self-aware. That could have very well caused a lot of conflict in our marriage at that time.
Well, here's the thing.
In all like transparency.
if we just get down and dirty with it with the nitty gritty, marriage, relationships, we are all going to go through phases individually where we don't deserve the love that we are receiving.
Facts.
We're going to go through that.
Yep.
That's a part of relationships.
Yep.
Now I pick and choose who I want to do it for. Why wouldn't I show up for you in a way that I did when you are the mother of my children? Mm-hmm. When this woman bring me a hot plate every single day. Mm-hmm. Why wouldn't I show up for you when you always pouring into me? Why wouldn't I do that? Mm-hmm. Only a selfish person wouldn't show up and do something like only a selfish, immature being. And the reality is we all have our seasons where we don't deserve to be loved.
That's very true.
But here's the flip thing though. If you don't do that self-development, if you don't do that time removing the BS that's consuming your thoughts, mm-hmm. if we don't take the time to develop, we will get caught up and consumed by the small battles in life.
Yep.
I could have easily said, Big Shay, you're not being there for me right now. And be telling the truth.
Yeah.
There's seasons in my life where you could easily say, Big Charles, you haven't been showing up for me. And it has been the truth.
Yeah. Yep.
This is why I can keep going. You want me to keep going?
Yeah. I think like there's a lot of meat in this, right? Because for us, we're speaking from almost 12 years of marriage.
Right.
And just almost 15, 16 years in a relationship. And this conversation is loaded because of the experiences and the wisdom that we get to have this kind of conversation from. You know what I'm saying? Like we've been through the ringer.
Right.
That's funny.
Big Charles never want to sit up here and act like I was perfect.
We've been through the ringer, and to even be able to be transparent and have this kind of conversation, and when the mic goes off, it was like, all right, that was good.
Here's the thing though, like Big Charles as a leader, as a teacher, as a coach, I never want to present myself as a perfect being because I'm not. In order to get where I'm at right now, I had to go through the phases of my experience, of my journey. Yep. You know, there was a time when I was a little baby when all I wanted was your attention, and I'm nagging and complaining. Yep. Baby, yep. I need you for this. I need you for that. Mm-hmm. There was a time for that. Yep. Then there was another phase of life when I was starting to go into my youth phase a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, mm-hmm. and I'm starting to feel myself in being egotistical.
Right. Yep. Yep.
Then I started growing up and being in my man phase where, you know what, baby, I'm gonna show up for you.
Yep.
I took care of this. I'm taking care of that. Yep. I got the kids today.
Yep.
I'm gonna make your load lighter.
Yep.
Then next thing, there's a higher phase than that, which is the spiritual phase. Like, I'm gonna love you regardless. Mm-hmm. I don't care if you hurt me, you go against me. Whatever you do to me have nothing to do with me, have everything to do with you. I'm gonna show up for you and my family no matter what. I fear nothing.
Yep.
I am obsessed with being godlike.
Yep. Yep.
And this is the highest form of phase. And in order to get to that phase, you have to spend a lot of time in that divineness. A lot of us are so far removed from who we really are at our true core.
Yep.
Because we are consumed by and imprisoned by the concepts of life. Mm-hmm. Whether it be the concepts that we've learned at home in religion, in our culture, in our environment, we have become imprisoned to that. We don't know who we are at the core of us. We are so removed from who we are at the truest of our essence. And we are lost ourselves. And when you get lost yourselves, you get lost up in the world.
Yep.
And you adapt to these worldly conceptions, these worldly thoughts, these worldly mindsets.
Right.
Am I talking too much?
No, but ultimately what we're talking about today is we're talking about relationships, right? And so all of that impacts the success, in my opinion, of a relationship.
Right.
Absolutely impacts it. So I wanted to
I feel like I just went on a rant.
I mean, you Big Charles. The people expect you to go on
That's
the rant,
that
right?
God energy,
I
man.
mean, what we gonna do? So I did some research and I wanted to talk about some key findings as it relates to the 5 love languages. And this is just based on in America, what are the top love languages? Okay. So quality time is America's favorite love language to receive. So essentially, most people like to receive quality time from their mate, as you know, from a receptive perspective. Acts of service is America's favorite love language to express. Receiving gifts is the least popular love language overall. Throughout their lives, 65% say preferred love languages change. 65% people say that. And in relationships that didn't work, 41% say love languages were never understood.
And you say the first America's love language was receiving.
No, America's first
It's receiving.
favorite love language. Oh, no. Quality time.
Quality time
is what people like to people like to receive quality time as their number one love language.
Making me a priority. Spend time with me. Show me. I feel like that's a response from women.
Do you really?
Yeah. You want to know why I say that? And I'm not saying that to start
No, we don't. No, we're not doing that. Yeah.
Because women like to see a man put his best effort in.
I can see that.
Women like a man to show them that you want to put me first and make me a priority, that you want to spend time with me.
Show up for me.
Show up for me. Give me your best efforts. I feel like that comes from a woman. That's because a woman. Listen. This is what I've learned from just observing and just shutting my mouth and paying attention. Show me you're gonna be there for me without me asking you to be there for me.
Yep.
Show me that I can count on you. Show me that I'm a priority in your life. Show me that you got time not to just text me, but pick up the phone and just say, baby, I'm thinking about you today. I feel like that is signs of love that women need.
Yeah. Make me feel safe. Make me feel secure. Show me that I'm your number one priority.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I come first because we spending all this time together. You know, as a woman, like,
that's crazy.
Yeah, because when you say it like that, like as a woman, like one of the number one things that women use, I've used it and I know ladies, y'all have used it, is to show that a man is really into you, is how much time he spends with you.
See,
you know what I'm saying? How much time he's spending with me. Girl, we together all the time. He called me all the time. He texts me all the time. Like we together all the time versus the other scenario where you might see money maybe, once or twice a week. So you don't feel fulfilled by that.
See, this is...
Okay. Ladies, am I lying?
Let's Stella get the beeping out the way. See, here's the thing, though. I think women... this is just my perspective.
I'm going to hold it down.
Hold it down.
Yeah.
And just correct me if you think I'm wrong.
Yeah, no problem.
A lot of times, both parties in a relationship think they want a perfect being. They want the right person to show up at the right time. That's not really what you want. You don't want a perfect person. That's a boring life. You want a person that's giving you their absolutely best that they can possibly give you and willing to keep growing along the journey. When you see a person, I'm gonna just use me for an example.
Okay.
I did not show up perfect. I showed up to this relationship egotistical, very temperamental, having a mindset that I would do what I want to when I want to do it. That's how. And that's how I showed up to the relationship.
And did.
And I'm not saying that to be cocky. I'm saying that to give an example of how I wasn't perfect. But I also that also allowed you to see the worst sides of me. Mm-hmm. But you also saw that I was showing up for you at your worst times.
Yep.
I was trying my absolute best to be that man that you wanted me to be, even though I wasn't at that maturation yet. I wasn't a perfect man because men like me don't come with perfection.
Right.
Confident men come with an attitude. Confident men come with an aura that attracts me. Confident men comes with problems. You know, so I don't think a woman looking for a perfect man. I think a woman is looking for a man that's willing to show up and give their absolute best and willing to grow along the journey.
Yep. That's dating with potential right there. Perfect example. That right there.
I could be wrong though.
Nope. I have nothing to
I
gain.
can be wrong. Ladies, I can be wrong. I can be wrong, but I'm gonna tell you now, if Big Shay would have accepted me, would have liked me for my perfections, we wouldn't be together right now.
Yeah, we focused on, no.
If you would have focused on my flaws, we would not. If I would have focused on your flaws.
Oh no. Well, you know what? As we keeping it really real on this episode, because we were not who we are today in the beginning of our dating journey, we did kind of focus on each other's flaws, and that caused conflict.
Oh yeah,
we did.
Yeah,
that was the part where we bumped heads.
We bumped heads a lot.
We bumped heads big time as it related to our just operating under our imperfection.
You not doing this.
Yeah.
You not doing this.
Yeah.
You not doing this.
Who you think you're talking to?
Well, you not doing that.
Yeah. You're not doing that to me. So that created a lot of conflict.
I think a weak person always points out everybody else's flaws and can't see themselves. A coward does that. A weak individual that's scared to look at their monsters, that's scared to look in the mirror, points the finger at everybody else, but can never look at themselves in the mirror.
That takes maturation too, in all defense. That takes growth.
If you say so.
I'm saying it does take growth.
I mean, it's phases. It's phases.
Work.
It takes a lot of work.
That's what I'm saying. When I say that it takes work, people being willing to work on themselves to get to that point.
I mean, this all roads leads back to self.
I mean, yeah.
That's just the truth of the matter.
Yep.
All roads lead back to self. But anyway.
Yep. Want to have some fun?
I see you already have you.
You want to have some fun?
What's up?
So, we are going to see how well we know each other's love language, y'all. So we wrote down on a piece of paper what we think each other's love language is. So for example, I wrote down what I think Big Charles's love language is, and he also wrote it down for himself. And we're going to see if we got it right.
I really don't like the game, but okay.
Why don't you like the game?
Let's play the game, and I'll tell you why I don't like the game after we finish playing the game.
Why you don't like the game? You don't
Can we
want to
play
have
the game?
fun.
Let's play the game.
You going first.
What you want me to do? You made up the game.
So we're gonna pick. I got yours ready. You pick up the one that say me, and this is gonna reveal what I think your love language is and what you're saying your love language.
So
is.
when I pick up this paper, this is saying what my favorite love language is.
Essentially, and I'm saying what I think it is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay.
All right. It's easy for me.
Okay, you wrote down yours. This is easy. So what did you write down?
Yeah, you definitely wrong.
I wrote down quality time.
I don't know how you don't know.
I knew that. So here's the thing. I had that one first, and I should have went with my first mind.
Yeah.
And this is mine. All right.
Acts of service. That says a lot.
Well, there you have it, guys.
It says a lot. It says a lot.
It says everything y'all needed to know about us.
It says a lot.
Everything y'all need to know about us, we just realized on that piece of paper. Cool, thanks.
I just don't understand. You laughing, but I don't understand how you didn't know physical
I knew
touch.
that was my first.
You got it wrong.
I know I got it wrong, Charles.
Yeah.
I know I got it wrong. So why you didn't like the game?
But I didn't like the game because all of those love languages are a part of me.
True.
Now, if you want to prioritize it, physical touch is my number one. We talked about this before.
Yes.
Acts of service is your number one. We've communicated this before. And that's why I knew I was going to get it right.
Okay, well, this wasn't about, we're not going down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
I did get it wrong, though.
Yeah, you
but
did.
I knew better.
Right.
I knew better, but I did get it wrong. And on that note, I'm sorry.
What we talking about?
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Get us out of here.
Y'all see, I ain't like that game.
He don't like stuff like that anyway.
No, I didn't like the game. But anyway,
Oh, he's so
I'm just gonna need some extra
annoying. Oh boy.
physical touch. No, I'm just joking. Don't take Big Charles personal. I'm gonna still take you out on a date.
Okay, even though I got it wrong. Thank you.
We still gonna get fly.
Thank you.
We still gonna go out and
Thank
have
you.
a good time, hold hands.
Thank you.
And at the end of the day, man, y'all tap into Big Dog Talk Podcast on all platforms. On IG, Big Dog Talk Podcast, Big Dog Talk _podcast.
Yes.
YouTube is Big Dog Talk Podcast. YouTube channel, TikTok, Big Dog Talk Podcast. Facebook, Big Dog Talk Podcast. Oh, and I have something special. If any of you guys are interested in being coached by Big Charles, so I can teach you how to tap into that God energy in real life,
Yes.
that wisdom that's beyond thoughts, I guarantee you. Hit us in the DM, hit us on our email, website coming soon. But baby, this is the year to elevate, baby.
Yes. 2024.
Love y'all.
Love y'all. Happy Valentine's Day.
Peace. Can't believe you got that wrong.
Oh, stop it.
Can't believe it.